Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. With the Australian dollar finishing the week on a slightly firmer foot after a relatively whipsaw price action, now expects to see further gains into this week and therefore could see a rise up towards 70 cents or even on towards the region of 70.5 to 71 cents and reassess from there. As the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, continues to be on shaky ground and therefore could see a further slide. However, the market is very much keen to see what the RBA will do on the 7th of February with an expected 25 basis point rate hike, which would see rates go from 3.1% to 3.35%. Meanwhile, the US is also in light with the Federal Open Market Committee, or the FOMC, on the 1st of Feb with an expected or an anticipated 25-point rate hike as well. If the market can upstage its move further with the RSI strengthening, then as I mentioned, any pullback likely to be shallow. Looking at the euro, the market is still very much close to taking the challenge to 109.4560, and from there it's time to reassess, as I feel the market will be overbought, although there is a trend to support the bull case now. Along with that, the ADX is married to the RSI, but I feel that since the engulfing candle around that 104.85 area, the market could eventually start staging some profit taking, that is, towards that topside range. Looking at the dollar yen, the market was a little bit hesitant in taking the challenge beyond the 129.60 or 130.15.35 area now, and may actually see another down test. As I mentioned, the dollar is on shaky ground and therefore could look back towards anywhere of 128.90 down to 128.45, and with the key base seen around 126.65.75. However, we do see a break above 130.15.35. This would ignite the move onto a very wide range of 131.70.90. Having reached the objective of 124 and now refreshing its upside objective, I feel the market's now time to step aside and hold a neutral bias. However, if you are trading, there is a couple of things that are remaining to an advantage. That is, the ADX is supporting a bullish case, but the RSI is overbought, and that's why I want to step aside for the moment. But looking to the top side, I see the range anywhere up towards 124.45 to 124.90, but I give little merit to it, as we could see some whipsaw price action. And looking at this candle, it's very aggressive as it dropped away from 124 down to the 122 area. So therefore, we could see one of these candles come back into play. But as I mentioned, time to sit out and see how the first 24 hours for the start of this week trade. Finishing up with gold and oil, well, it seems to me that safe haven demand continues. Now, I gave it a measured move. That was from this point here, and looking to the top side comes in around 1,951 to 52. I like the way this pattern's unfolding, but I'm very cautious to the top side in case we do see a snap back to the downside. Nevertheless, we're holding above this midway point 3 consecutive sessions, and therefore does give further merit to the upside. Finishing up with oil, well, the market did struggle around that region of 81, and now looking around 81.50.90 as a potential cap, and if so, could see a retreat and therefore look back towards the downside due to the RSI still remaining somewhat heavy and the ADX is overheating. So therefore, I'm only looking for a pullback to about 78.50.80 and then maybe see another bounce and look back to that top side of the range. Well, that wraps it for the start of the week. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.